Well, happy Wednesday, YouTube. It's Mr. Ferguson here. I'm filming this on a Monday. We want to walk up here to the bank because we talked about how we were seeing a little dark spots on the bank, and I think it's starting to stress out because of lack of rain. Well, it's Monday, and again, we've had a decent amount of rain this morning, and we've got rain going on right now, as you can see from the color of the mulch looking a little dark and the sounds of the cars driving by on the road. So if we come up here to where we saw it last time, it definitely already looks better. It was definitely stressed out, and I can tell just from the rain we've gotten this morning, those dark spots have dissipated. We've now got the seed heads, because remember we cut at 3 inches. We've got the seed heads popping back up on the Poa annua. So looks like the rain it was, I know my lawn when it's thirsty, and it was definitely looking like it needed some water. So plenty of rain today. This section, the exact same thing. This section by the mailbox was also curling up. I could tell it was thirsty, and we've gotten lots of rain already this half a day, so it's looking good. So that is the thing. So we're basically we're entering the season where, today it's 58 and rainy. We've got 80-degree days, 75, full sun. Woo, but today ain't one of them. Jeez, it's cold and the wind's blowing. So we're in that time of the year where we're getting these rolling cool days and warm days, but soon the cool days are obviously going to go away as we enter into May. So we want to talk about Hydretain. We kind of want to get into it a little more in detail. If you're new to Hydretain, this is the video for you. I'm going to step out of the rain. Let's go here on the porch and let's talk about Hydretain. What's up, YouTubers? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. Changed my mind. We're not going to do the video outside. It is freezing out there. It's wet. It's definitely not 58 degrees. The wind's blowing. We got the light rain coming down. So we'll just do this one inside. It's a Wednesday video. It's extra content the way I look at it. But thank you for clicking on this video. As I mentioned in the very beginning, we want to talk about Hydretain today. We're getting into that part of the season of spring where we're noticing, and let me first mention, I was at my dad's house and my mom and dad's house for Easter, and I noticed in the very front part of his lawn, he had a circled area that was stressed out. And I said, that's lack of water for sure. And so as soon as I got home, I looked back at my spot and looked very similar. You'll get the curling of your blades. And if you had a lawn for a couple years, you know this already. You guys know your lawn better than I do, and I know my lawn better than you do. I know that in certain areas, especially right here by the road, we don't know if there's a lot of rock underneath that ground, there's a lot of asphalt, a lot of concrete, I'm not sure. And so I think that there's something like that going on that bank, because the bank, as you guys know that have been here on the channel, that bank always stresses out before the main areas of my lawn where I feel like the roots are way deeper in the ground. There's something underneath that bank area. I feel like that the roots are not as deep as they could be because maybe there's rock, maybe there's asphalt, something of that nature. So anyways, I saw it at my dad's, and here we're seeing it in my lawn. We got a full day full of rain today. It's cold, it's chilly, and so that should help the ground, obviously put moisture back in the ground. We're good to go. But that being said, last year, as we mentioned several times here in Central North Carolina, last May 2021 was the second or third driest May, if not the driest May of all time in North Carolina. I can't really remember. Mr. Kevin was always on point. It's either the second or the leading driest May ever. And so last May was super dry. I don't think we got rain for 3 or 4 weeks, it seemed like. And so we're getting into that season where Hydretain becomes something that you may need to lean upon, because obviously, if you want to keep your grass, you want to keep it healthy, you don't want it dying off due to the sun, we got to keep moisture in, we got to water it. If you're dragging sprinklers or if you have irrigation. And so one of the things that assists with that is what we've talked about several times, Hydretain. I grabbed this out of my shed. If you're new to it, this is the video for you. Now, it does not replace watering your lawn. Let me say that first. You can't just put Hydretain down and be like, well, I don't have to water my grass. Hydretain's doing it for me. No, it's like an assistant. It's like a buddy. It's like it's going to try to pull moisture out of humid air for you, but it's not going to replace just watering your lawn. You can reduce your watering, as the bottle says here, but it does not replace it. So please don't say, Mr. Ferguson told me I don't have to water my grass because I've got Hydretain. That is not true. You still may have to, and you still do have to water your grass. So it is made for lawns, trees, shrubs, flowers, vegetables. This is not just for your grass. It could be for your plants. It could be for your shrubs, flowers, vegetables. You can put this on multiple things. It says it right here in the label. And then it does not have a label like our herbicides. It's got information on the back, which is super small, probably easier just to Google the PDF. I'm just going to kind of read this to you guys and let you know, if you know nothing about this product, how do I apply it, Mr. Ferguson? What do I do? I've never used it before. I want to hear what I have to do to see if I want to do it. So application, let's talk about turf. Let's talk about the lawn. What are we doing with this Hydretain? General application rate, apply 9 ounces of Hydretain per 1,000 square feet. So right there, you're getting hit with the high amount of this, 9 ounces per 1,000 square feet for your general application. First time users, if you've never used it, and basically each season, your first application, they want you to go 9 ounces for Hydretain per 1,000 square feet. 3 gallons per acre by sprayer or drench, or spray or drench once every 3 months, or maintain monthly at a third of the rate after initial full application rate. For best results, apply to wet soil. That's why I like using the Ortho dial-in sprayer. With the backpack sprayer, you have to go out, wet your front lawn, or I'd have to go and wet my front lawn with the water hose, come back, mix this bad boy up with my Strom sprayer, then turn around and spray it all down. With the dial-in sprayer, you don't have to pre-wet the lawn. You can just mix this into the Ortho dial-in sprayer and just spray it onto your lawn. You're good to go. So it cuts out one of those steps. So that is why I prefer the Ortho, and I wanted to read it from here so you know what I'm talking about. So pre-wet the lawn if you're using a backpack sprayer though, which can be, takes more time. Water in with at least 1/10 of an inch of water within the first couple of hours to ensure Hydretain ES Plus is washed off foliage and into the soil. Very crucial point. So if you're using a backpack sprayer, get this, you've got to pre-wet your lawn. You've got to mix this into your backpack sprayer at 9 ounces per 1,000 square feet for your initial general application. You then have to spray that onto your lawn. Then you have to turn around and at least 1/10 of an inch, you want to water the product in off of the fescue plant into the soil. So you're talking about, this is not just a, let me quickly go out and apply Hydretain. This is a job. I mean, you're talking about 3 different spraying of your lawn just for your front lawn. But now with the Ortho, you don't have to pre-wet it. You can load this into the little cup, hook it up. It's already connected to your hose. You spray it, but then you have to turn around and water it in. So you're going twice. You're doing 2 applications instead of 3 with the backpack sprayer. I think we're clear on that. So you do have to water this in per the label to make sure it gets in the soil, or else you've wasted your time, you've wasted money on the product. So please understand that. Let's go, I lost my place here. Within 24 hours, follow with enough additional water to carry Hydretain Plus down to and throughout the root zone. The amount of additional water required to carry Hydretain ES Plus throughout the root zone is dependent on the depth of the root zone of the treated area. Additional Hydretain ES Plus may be required to correct difficult and extreme dry spots. Hydretain may be applied up to 5 times the general application rate as a single treatment or in multiple applications. So it's not put down 9 ounces, you're good to go. You can put a ton of this stuff down. You can turn around and reapply. I did this. If you search my content history right here on the channel, click on videos, go down to last summer, we sprayed this, and then I came back from the beach and it still looked dry, and I reapplied more. I didn't use it all summer long. I didn't apply this each month. I did my base 9, and then I think I turned around and did 4 or 5 ounces per 1,000 the next month or something. But there you go. That is for turf. If you need to look this up, I would say look up the PDF, Hydretain PDF on Google. You should be able to pull all of this information up. Or Hydretain label. You can pull it up online and read it clearly for yourselves. But as you see here, you should not have to water as much. when we had that really dry May last year, I saw all of these spots in my lawn that were, you'll see the curling of the grass blade. If your blades are flat, and cut right, and you're not shredding them, the stress is not coming from your mower, because we have to be careful. We want to have sharp blades. Bad blades can cause stress on our grass that way. But if our blades are cutting correctly, and we're watering correctly, but we're still seeing the blade curl up and it makes that C shape, when you're looking down on it, you see it look like a curved C. It's folding in. It's thirsty. That's the sign of your grass is thirsty. If you're seeing that right now, you need to be watering your lawn, or you need to be checking the weather. Okay, do we have any rain coming? Like I checked, and yesterday I desperately wanted to throw the sprinkler on the bank. I said, no, it'll be fine. We're supposed to get rain. It said 100% rain today. They were correct this time. We got rain. We're good to go. The sprinkler, remember, we got to water. We want to use our sprinkler system and our water between natural rain. Natural rain is so much better. Pete from GCI, all these other people, anybody will tell you, natural rain from the clouds it's got the ingredients that is needed for our lawn way more than the water that comes from the city or your well water. It's just, there's something about that Jesus rain, as we call it. It's what the plant needs. So this is not to replace watering, but using Hydretain, you can reduce watering. And somebody that's on city water, where the rates increased last year, it's worth putting forward that money to buy a bottle of Hydretain to apply it to my lawn. If you're noticing that it's still drying up, you're still getting water, but you're having to keep watering, you can reapply this stuff. It's okay. And it keeps saying you can reapply. So you can reapply it to the lawn. So that's Hydretain. That's the label. That's what it says. It is a very cool product. We used it last year. It may have been the reason, including, we increased our potassium from our soil test in my lawn, but we also used Hydretain last year, and my lawn survived all the way until, mid or the beginning of August. That's when I really started to see my lawn deteriorate, was after August. It was just, the heat piled on and it just kind of fell apart after August. That's normal. If I can get my lawn to survive for 10 months out of the year, that's better than these Bermuda lawns where they're still brown. I see the weeds popping up. They're starting to turn green now. We're approaching May, and they'll stay green to maybe September. They start browning up. So six months in North Carolina, 6 months they're brown, 6 months they're green. When I can have this fescue lawn definitely green, looking great for 10 months out of the year, there's 2 months that I'm struggling, which is my August, September timeframe. Hydretain. Be sure to check the link below if you'd like to see it. Check the prices on Amazon. They can also find it at domyown.com. I'm not sure. Yard Mastery, GCI Turf may have it. As I told you guys several months ago, if you were smart, you already have this in your shed. But the supply can go quickly as the heat increases across the country. So thank you guys to listen to this quick video about Hydretain. We will be applying this very soon, so stay tuned to the channel. Check out some other content to my left and right here. God bless you guys. We'll see you on Friday with another video.